Well, it's forecast rain for today. It's a lovely morning. A bit fresh again. So that all over the blooming boat. I'll have to give, well, it's got to be cleaned anyway. I don't know what it is, somebody splashed something on it. One of us. Right. Well. What's going on? Well, I don't know whether you picked up on it or not. But when we went to the pub, me, Joe and Lucy, Christine wasn't with us. She's not speaking to me, is she? Yes. So our intended path from here was down here. But it became really muddy when we was doing the walk, so we went that way to Surlingham. And then if you've seen the video, we was just about to come back and try it because the tide seemed to have gone down, but it was just flooded part of the path near Surlingham Ferry House. Anyway, so that's the road. Where's that path got to? I'm just going to have a walk up the road because I don't want to get mud all over the boat. I'll just have a walk up to the water's edge. It's not open. But anyway, so what happened was, took it easy yesterday with the beer. I always tend to do when it's getting towards the end of the week. And we went for a nice little walk. And I wanted to get a couple of SD cards, which I did. First shop I saw. I jumped in there and got them, no problem. And then looking for the shopping centre. Well, I lasted 5 minutes denying there. So then, next minute, phone's going. Where are you? So, well, first time we came on Norfolk Broads together, when we just got together, we stayed in a cottage, Peninsula Cottage up at Wroxham, and she loved it, so we hired a boat. Anyway, the first time we went to Norwich, we went round the shops. Well, you do, don't you, when you first get together? You do things that you don't intend to do for the rest of your life. So she phones me up and where are you? I said, well, remember that time we came to Norwich and we were looking in that jeweller's window and you saw that really nice necklace that you fell in love with? What was that little thing then? But we couldn't afford it at the time. And I said, one day I'll get it for you. She said, yeah. I said, well, I'm in the pub next door. That's it, she hasn't spoken to me since. Must have been bad timing for those midges last night because there's none about now. Right, it's that dreaded last day. We've had 11 nights and it's not enough. So what we're going to do today, when there's no rush, we're going to go down to Rockland St Mary, possibly have a bit of lunch in the new inn, and then we're only 45 minutes away then from Brundle. So what we'll do then is go, well, I booked in with Paul and I checked with him yesterday at Swancraft. Are we still okay? And he says, yep. So we're going to go there at 4 o'clock. The fuel pump out. And then round to the early morning. I'm going to give the boat a bit of a clean when I get back now. Well, down one side. Which is the side that's on the banking, and then when we get to the mooring I can do the other side and get Joe on it as well. And then I think we're having chippy tea, and hopefully, well, see, the thing is, I don't know whether it's Bolter's pump out that isn't working properly. If we ever do go, well, we've got a loyalty card and the next one's free. So if we do go back there again, I'll be checking first, have they fixed it? Because they did have problems when we went on Silver Cloud last year, on our last holiday. It kept breaking and they're having to go in and do something inside, and yeah, then. That wouldn't be a bad shout, would it? It's got its own mooring as well, by the looks of it. With electric. Yeah, look, 2 days later, the toilet's showing full. And there has been a problem with the valve, so I don't know whether it's Bolter's pump out that's broke, whether it's the valve that's not showing correctly. I don't know. So anyway, as long as Paul's happy that it's been done properly when we, well, you can actually, I hope you're not having your breakfast while you're listening to this, but you can actually see if it's working or not when the pipe is pumping away. Bramerton, Staithe, Woods End. That's nice. Yeah, well, whatever it is, there's not a lot I can do about it. I've told them that they'll be able to tell quite easily if it is actually full. And we've only got today anyway. Yeah, so they don't open Tuesdays and Wednesdays at the water's edge, and it started off last year because they couldn't get the chefs. Obviously the chef don't want to work 7 days a week. And this is Lee, the landlord, telling me this story, if anybody wants to doubt it. That they struggle getting the staff. So they did it last year where they were just didn't open Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Or is it Monday and Tuesdays? Let me check, see if I can see through the window. There is a sign on the wall. And where was we sat? We were sat about there. Oh, Monday and Tuesdays. So you're now hiring full-time, part-time, front of house servers, bartender, chef de partie, kitchen assistant, supply within, or call blah blah blah. So they're struggling to get in staff, and so they're going to carry that on. It does say spring opening times on there, so I said, when you're going to start with the summer opening times, will we be open all the time? And he said no, because they can't get the staff, so they're going to stick to that. It will be a lot busier in summer though here. I told them we possibly here August, 16 of us on 3 boats. Oh, make sure you ring ahead. I think we'll have to do that everywhere we go. It's lovely though. Yeah, no, right, it's not the cheapest. Flood level. 28th of August, 1912, I think that says. Is this where I've seen a sign on a pub wall? I thought there was one put on a pub somewhere and it was about there. I thought it was reed cutters, but I might be wrong. So then you've got this outside barbecue area. So in summer, when they get this going, and they've got like these little booths with the mozzie nets on. Not going to disturb them. Dog bowls. I don't remember seeing these here last time I came, so they might be a new feature. Ah, that's one I want. I want one of those for our back windows. I keep forgetting to get one. Social distance on slope. Yeah, so it's 8:15. We don't have to eat off till 10 o'clock really. And dare I say, it feels very warm already. Definitely could be sat outside in the beer garden. Now you can book more in here, and they put reserve signs out for you. And if you're lucky enough in summer, you get the water skis coming right the way down from up there. They turn around here and then go back. Right. That's that. The Warren's Way is the Broads, Britain's Britain's largest protected wetland. This installation is one of a number along this 35-mile recreational route following the course of the River Yare between Norwich and Great Yarmouth. The route takes its name from the wherry, a large cargo carrying barge whose elegant black sails were a once common sight on these waters. You can walk the old route or explore parts of it by cycle, train and river bus. Alternatively, you can explore one of the 10 circular village walks en route. Pick up a leaflet from the nearest tourist information centre or visit warrenwansway.net. Does it work this, mate? Don't know what that's for. They are reserve signs. Right, well actually I'm going to walk up this road down here because I've not been this way. Only for half an hour. Well actually I've been waffling on now for 15 minutes, so I'll give you a break. Oh, I think that's a bit silly. I can't really see where I'm going. Ooh. Oh my god, I shouldn't have done that, I nearly fell down the hole. I can't get the bloody thing back on. Oh, you are stupid sometimes, boy. But like I say, I don't want to go back there, mop the decks or half of the deck and then stand on it with mud. Yeah, so I just said I'll give you a rest, and then here I am again waffling. So, as we approached the water's edges today, I said to I didn't say to Christine because she wasn't speaking to me, was she? I said to Joe and Lucy, I'll treat you and we'll have something to eat in the water's edge. The last proper meal out. Anyway, I had to ask her, didn't I, the boss? And she says, yeah, we can do, but we've got that much food left in the fridge. She was going to make a flan with cheese and onion and stuff, and I said, well, go on then, there's no point us going out having a meal and having to throw all that food away, is there? So we ate on the boat, and it was blooming lovely as well. Salt and pepper peppers. There's little bits of stuff that was left from the Chinese that, I think they got some black bean sauce and curry sauce and stuff, and with some chips that she made into salt and pepper chips. See, I can follow recipes, but she just grabs old stuff and works wonders with it. And there's another path here. So the Worryman's Way goes up that, up that way, and down that way. Worryman's Way circular walk. And what is this one? Restricted byway. I'm tempted. Go on. Can always give my shoes a wipe, can't I? In the wet grass. Let's have a look. Now then, here's a thing. I've never been up here before, so it's not in my eidetic memory sat-nav. So I could be going anywhere. Thankfully we don't have to sit off till about 10 o'clock, which is an hour and a half. Nice little dog walking area. It's not too bad, the path, actually. Nice and quiet. Well, I was hoping for there to be a left turn somewhere on this path before I get too far. Otherwise it's going to be 10 o'clock before I get back. Yeah, I thought that it join up with the other road, the road that goes down to the common. But I think I've walked past that bit now. That's an hill. See many of them. There's another one. Oh, and there's more. We've got one heading a bit left and one heading... Oh, is that a path? Well, I suppose it is. No, it's not. That's just how the farmer gets in his field. So I'm too committed now to go back. I just keep going. I've not got my phone with me. I haven't got my Garmin. I've got me on my watch. I can do track back, but what's the point? I don't need to. Well, I can. Yeah, I'll just take me back the way I came. Right. I haven't done nowhere near as much walking as intended, but that's mainly because we've done a hell of a lot of cruising. Oh no, there's what's going on here. Oh, there we are. Yeah, we've done a lot of cruising this week. Bramerton Common. I'll say where we are now, could be anywhere. I could be walking aimlessly, miles away, because I don't know where I'm going. I'm hoping it's down here. If it's not, well, I will have to track back. Yeah, and then tomorrow, oh well, sorry, today, there's a road there. I'm very loath to ask directions. So today we're going down to Rockland St Mary and then back to the boatyard. Well, I bit the bullet and asked. Yeah.
There's a path on the opposite way.
Thank you.
Go, come in.
So I could have been walking aimlessly for hours without my phone with me OS maps on it. So this chap's just told me now there's a path that goes down here, down the hill, through the park, which I've never seen before. That looks like it there. Saw a little deer run across the road over there before. Yes, I'm glad I did ask him, because I'd have been going, well, I have no idea where I'd have been going. But it's in there now, it's up there. It's in the inbuilt sat-nav. For next time. Did he still left? I hope so. I'm doing an extra line on Euro tonight. It's got to be down there. Mill Hill. Have I seen that down at the bottom? Oh, I've done it again. Put my t-shirt, jumper, fleece. I'm burning. Oh, I think, yes, I know where I am now. It's kicked in. This is where we walked coming back from Surlingham so we could avoid the wet banking. We came down this hill. And there's a nice house on the right here. And then just at the bottom of here is the common. Never in doubt. Oh, that actually says there, doesn't it? Oh, no, it doesn't. What does that say? Bramerton Community Orchid. Yes, I remember this. So, let's have a look. I'm not going in. Oh, well, I partly own this. I did the People's Postcode Lottery. Won £1,000 a few weeks ago, which has been spent 5 times. Thank you, Christine. Some lovely houses down here. Here, Valley Farm. There's a vineyard as well that we walked past on our last walk that we did last October. Look, there's the river. There's the boat. Never in doubt, was it? That'll take some mowing. There we are. Electric cables a bit scrunched up. I'll be up. It's 9 o'clock now. Wasn't that bad, but it could have been worse. Let's have a look how much is left on here. I don't know, we managed to get £6 something on it. Okay, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the wrong one there. £5.10. Can't be bad. Nothing on that one. You got mirrors on them, wing mirrors.
Dragging away, not very quick. And just glad we did have a incoming stream and a wind. Yeah.
Miss Carl Lucy.
We're probably better off
Where are you?
halfway or something. Well, taking a few minutes.